Hi everyone, it is Mystical Mags. It's the 10th of June 2020, and what a year it has been so far. Okay, I thought I would do a reading on universal energies, and it's about the future. We are looking ahead, and I'm going to do for the month of June. Okay, so we're looking ahead for the month of June. Um, and it's about the energies and what is going to be happening in our lives, giving you guidance and insight where I can. And yes, I just thought it would be a good insight because things are starting to get back to normal, and people are going back to work. I think in the UK, non-essential shops are starting to reopen from Monday. July, it's meant to be the hospitality industry. And I think airports are now open, although I don't know what the quarantine scenario is there. But a lot of things are happening. So let's see what the month has in store for us. I'm going to do a universal energy reading. So stick with me and we'll go through some cards. Okay, you won't be able to see me, but that's not important. What is important is the cards. So firstly, I have already decided which cards I'm going to use for which areas. We are going to start with my photographic. These are the Faulkner cards, and they are very rare, very difficult to get hold of, but I love them. And I'm going to use these cards to to put down the energies to the north, the energies to the south, the energies to the east and to the west. Okay, so we're going to start off with laying some cards down. Now I'm doing the north direction to where I am, and this is where the north is. So I'm going to start by Six of Swords. And this is, don't forget, for the month of June. Six of Swords to start off with. And now to the east, we have got the Four of Wands. Okay. To the west, we have the Two of Swords. A lot of decision making. And to the west, we have the World card. Okay. I'm going to put that there. Right, okay. So, just for the moment, let's have a look at the cards. So, Six of Swords, what I am getting for this month of June, there are a lot of opportunities out there, okay? There's a lot of opportunities out there. Things have been at a standstill, okay, but it doesn't mean that now that things are starting to move forward that we need to remain stuck, okay? But if you don't venture outwards, you're never going to know what is out there for you, okay? So this is all about the opportunities that await us in June, okay? And I'm going to just clarify that a moment. And for clarity, I'm using my good old trusted Rider-Waite pack for clarifying the north. So Now, with these energies to the north, it's all about manifestation, it's all about material, being practical, and this is where we're saying opportunities await. However, you do need to move forward. Don't remain stuck, because I know there is a lot of fear going around. So let's have a look what cards we are getting with regards to clarifying the north section. Okay, so we are getting and this is so right, this is the 9 of Wands, and this is basically being defensive. I think there's a lot of people out there have got their guard up, and only rightly so. There is a lot of fear going around there, but be sensible is what you're being told. Be sensible, because having your guard up is great on one hand. However, don't let it hold you back. Just take the necessary precautions, whatever you need to do, to make sure. I'm getting images of masks, I'm getting images of sanitizer, whatever it is that you need to venture out in ensuring that you feel within yourself that you are protected. There are some people who don't feel that they need to protect, and I do think it is a choice. If you are worried about others infecting you, the sensible thing is to use a mask, because it is the nasal and the mouth area, which is how this is going to happen. So, but it's everyone's right, because we live in a free country, and a free world, technically, to do as they wish. You need to really think about yourself. Okay, so I'm getting that, and what else am I getting with that? Okay, and then we're getting the King of Swords, and this is basically what I'm saying. You need to be defiant, you need to be strong, you need to move forward with determination, because if you don't, opportunities are going to pass you by. All right, so that's the energy of the north. And remember, that's all to do with manifestation and materialization. Okay, we're now going to move on. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. We're now going to move on to the air energies, and this is to the east. This is all about thought and our mental state. Okay, so we get the Four of Wands. And with the Four of Wands, it is about movement. We have, a lot of us have been pretty relaxed. Don't get me wrong, not everyone who has been in lockdown has had a positive experience. It has been very difficult for many, from very different angles. Okay, but it's now that mentality of getting out of putting your feet up, taking it easy. It's now about movement, and this is also a card for moving home. I think you might find a lot of people are talking or thinking about moving maybe out of the city areas to a more suburb, or more to the countryside more, but just thinking about the choices of where you're currently living. And so I do sort of feel that people are going to start putting plans in action with regards to that. Now, let's see what the clarifying cards are saying to go along with that. Okay. Yes. So we've got the Two of Swords, and this is within your mind. This is still the decisions, deciding what to do, what is for the best, in moving forward for you and your family. I'm getting so a little bit of a crossroads, because there are decisions to be made, and especially you are looking out. It's about the family, it's about the future welfare of the family. A lot of you are thinking about, which is why I do believe a lot of people are thinking about moving. Okay, but of course, again, it is movement with regards to taking the bold steps to actually venture out, especially if you haven't done, and the implications that you are worried about with regards to moving, getting back out into society. And there's a lot of anxiety around that as well, I do feel. Let's have a look if we get, we have two cards. Okay, so okay, I do sort of feel this is about it is about money. It is about getting out there and being able to earn the living, or to accumulate the funds in order to put your plans in place. And so, being practical with regards to that as well. And this is, again, the start of something new, something, I almost feel I want to say that you're in a kind of apprenticeship mode where this is new. I mean, a lot of what's happened lately has been quite new, but so it's all about how do you go about doing it. Within your mind, you're going through all the different things, and it is a learning curve. So finding out what you need to do, putting plans into action in order to carry out, to carry this out. But it is the start of something new, a new project. And project doesn't mean to, have to do with work. It's anything personal in your life, whatever it is. This card is basically giving indications there, and it all has a lot to do with thinking about moving forward, and moving literally for some of us. Okay, so we are now going to go to the south, and this is all about fire, and it's about passion. And again, it backs up what's happening here. This is a crossroad, it's Two of Swords, and it's all about decision making. Which path do you choose? And it's not necessarily, it's about what ignites your soul, really. What are you passionate about? And really going for it, because life is too short, is what it's telling you. You can take the easy path, yes, and you can take the harder path, but do something that stimulates you and your passion. Okay, and let's see what we get now with regards to clarifier. Let's have a look. Okay, and these are for the energies moving forward, folks. Let's have a look. Yes. We are getting the Empress, and the Empress is all about new ideas, the birth of the new ideas, and this is to do with the passion. It's all linking in, really, isn't it? Linking in very nicely. So whatever it is that you're passionate about, new ideas are flowing, and this is to do with the focus, the project, whatever is taking you. Taking you forward. Okay, you cannot stand still. You will either be forced to move, or you do it voluntarily, really, and you are in control. That's what I was getting. There's no room for stagnation here. And again, we're getting the Death card here, and this is this is a strong card. It's a major card. And this is all about new beginnings. It's upheavals. Just as I was saying to you about, you cannot stay stagnant. You do have to move. It's new starts, and a new start for a lot of us. It's a lot of changes around a lot of us. So it's not just you alone, okay? So have some comfort in that, that a lot of people are really kind of going through a lot at this moment in time, okay? Some more than others. Some people, it might even be transitioning now that you might be working from home, on a permanent basis, but that might also free you up to follow a certain passion that you have, and you might have started during the lockdown phase, and that you want to continue. You have more time. Whatever it is, you cannot stay still, my friend. Okay, so we are now moving to the West, which is the water sign. It's the emotions. And we're getting the World card here. And it's almost, I want to say it's like coming full circle. It's like, it's certainly about coming full circle, and the opportunities that await us, within, and we have to create our own world. We have to create the life that we want. But you would have gone through certain experiences and be now gone through certain challenges which you would have learned, and therefore you're now older, you're now wiser, okay? You understand much more. That's what that card is saying, that to draw on the experiences that you have learnt, especially going forward with whatever life is going to be offering you. Okay, so let's now have a look at okay, and then remember I said it's a water, the West is the water. We have the Ace of Cups, which is water. It's emotions, okay? So this is all about emotions, an emotional start again. So it's all about starting again, but this time round you are more experienced. This time round you understand the pitfalls, okay? But by doing that, look what we're getting. We are getting contentment. We're getting happy families, domestic bliss, just being happy in a better place. That is what we are getting here, okay? So, in order for change to come about, you have to make you have to make a move and move forward. And but by doing that, by basically grabbing life and making the most of it for the time that you have, and experience as much as you can. This is what we're here for, not here just to basically just sit and watch TV for the whole time, because you are not experiencing life, and it's such a waste. So it's all about being happy at the end of the day, and you have the potential to, certainly by the end of June, be on your way, to have gone through this little bit of a cycle through this month, getting out, making the changes, embracing life, do whatever it is that you need to do, where you feel safe, okay? But you cannot stand still. So I want to also look at now, I'm going to put down, so that's to the north, to the east, to the west, to the south, to the west. And now we're going to put 3 cards down, and let's see what the universal energies are saying to us. Okay. Interesting. Okay, what I'm getting here, firstly, we're getting the nine of wands. it's been a frustrating time. It's been a bit stressful. It's been more stressful for some of us, but it certainly has. The energies around the universal energies have been very much up and down. But there's also been a cleansing. I need to say it's a cleansing, but there's also been a coming together. This is the universal energy. Can you see this card? It's also been a coming together. We have been more united than ever before, certainly during our lifetime. Okay. And then we also, it was all about uncertainty. Things were happening. This is a very kind of emotional card. Things were happening on the surface as well as beneath the surface, which we weren't aware of. And having to sort of be in the dark a little bit has certainly been challenging for some of us. But hope has always been there. Hope has always been there. Okay, and just let me do clarifiers. I want to do 2 clarifiers. Okay, let's have a look. Wonderful. We have the Sun card to clarify this. This is it's had to be the way that it has been. Okay, the universe is basically it's shaken us up, and the energies have really shaken us up. Not to say that it's actually over yet, because we've got to get through on the other side, but certainly we had to stop and pause, and it was all for a reason. But look, we get the Sun card. This is all about inspiration. It's all about positiveness. It's all about hope for the future and successes. You need to try to have a childlike type of aura about you, where you just embracing things, embracing the new things that come your way, because if you keep that kind of an attitude, you are going to end up on top. And there we go, Ace of Wands. Okay, Ace of Wands. This is all about that creative spark, your brain's going, good news is coming your way. It's all about new beginnings, and there's a lot of potential for life. These are fantastic cards for June. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is that yes, a lot is happening, a lot, and there are people who have a lot of anxiety for the future. They really don't know what is going to going to happen, and there is still uncertainty, financially for a lot of people, work-wise for a lot of people, family-wise. Certain people have been in difficult situations, such as domestic violence has increased. There's been a lot that is going on, but we are responsible for our lives, and we have to get ourselves out of certain situations. We cannot stay stagnant. If things are not, if there's a lot of negativity around you, you need to change that. You need to make the choices. You need to seek out help where you can. Don't stay stagnant. Life is too short. I'm just going to do a summary. These are my fortune cards. These are fortune cards. Beautiful images they are. Okay, they're a little bit different. They're not technically oracle cards, well, they're fortune cards, and they're not tarot cards, and they're read in a different way. But I just want to do a little summary. I'm going to do 2 cards. Wonderful. Okay, these 2 cards. This is, as you can see, it's a marriage card, and I think the main card we had here was a 10 of Cups, which is to do with marriage. And this is about people being united, okay? People being united going forward. People being in a better place. Hopefully the shift that has happened has sorted out certain priorities for you, and you sort of need to focus on those priorities, and put those into action. Okay. And then I'm getting the journey card. We're on a journey, folks. This is a journey, and the journey continues, but it's continuing in a positive light. You need to embrace it, you need to move forward, and you need to grab life with all your might. So I'm going to say to you now, hopefully this has given you some insight and perspective for the future, especially if there's been a lot of anxiety with moving forward. June looks good, and I'm going to do another energy reading, possibly in a couple of weeks. But for now, I'm going to say thank you. Thank you very much for staying tuned with me, and I will see you another time. Mystical Mags. I should actually say, yes, it is Mystical Mags. And I'm going to put a disclaimer in the video. I'm going to be on YouTube, and I'm going to share it on my page on Facebook, and possibly some of the cards that I actually used as well, and what came out. All right. Love and light to you.